One thing I'm a big fan of when I'm dealing with background vocals is compressing them pretty hard. A lot harder than most people probably think, and a lot harder than I would have done 5 years ago, for example. The thing about background vocals is they're an auxiliary instrument, I guess, for lack of a better word. That track is just there as a supporting role to enhance something else that's already there, the lead vocal. And if that lead vocal is doing its thing, and you've got this other guy who's, I don't know, 10 decibels softer, we'll just arbitrarily say, if it starts getting dynamic and trailing off at times that maybe we don't want it to, or peaking too loud in times we don't, it's real easy for that track to either be lost or be too abrasive and actually fight with the lead vocal. So a great solution to that is just to stomp on it pretty good. And not a million, maybe a million, but I'm not necessarily advocating destroying the thing. But what I've got here, just to kind of give you a quick example, I've got one of our serious songs once again. I've got two different, I got a copy with 1176. Let's see, how hard are we working this thing? Let's hear it let's hear it uncompressed first. How about that? And then I'll show you the one with 1176 working pretty good. I think I'm knocking 7 or 8 decibels off each track. And 1176 is a really fast compressor, so it's essentially a limiter, more or less. Okay, here we go.
There to play, 7 foot tall, 9 foot arms. Get that water back to the farm.
And that's the uncompressed one. Of course, I say uncompressed. It was compressed on the way in just a little bit, most likely, with my distressor. And here we are with the compressed one.
Play, 7 foot tall, 9 foot arms. Get that water back to the farm.
All right, let me do that again. Those are both up a little bit loud. I wanted to illustrate it pretty clearly, but in the headphones in particular, they're kind of screaming. So let's yank them down to something more realistic to what we would really do. Okay, uncompressed. And what you're going to hear is certain words do jump out. Certain words are a little bit much, and certain words are being lost a little bit. More importantly, there's a lack of sheen. I would process these further, and that's going to be another video. I definitely want some EQ and certain other things to be done to these. So these are just the dry vocal, no EQ or anything, or effects for that matter. But I still hear a sheen on the compressed one. I hate saying the way I say sheen. Anyway, I hear this finished quality. It almost kind of has a chorus-likeness to it on the compressed ones that the more tentative uncompressed ones don't have. And now that I've done my best to sway it towards my side via bias, listen to the uncompressed.
Didn't send you there to play, 7 foot tall, 9 foot arms. Get that water back to the farm.
And I immediately hear that. I hear tentative. That's the word that strikes me most. There's lack of authority there. And here's with compression.
7 foot tall, 9 foot arms. Get that water back to the farm. 7 foot.
And I know this is fairly subtle. We're not changing the world with this tactic. But it really just sounds more expensive to me when we go ahead and compress these background vocals. So whenever you do your background vocals, if they're not cutting the way you want or not setting the mix, maybe they're losing certain words, harmony isn't as loud as you want, maybe, or certain peaks. I'm talking about fast ones, just little this, that. If those are popping through, try compressing quite a bit harder than you ever would before. I've only knocking off 7 or 8 decibels here, but try 20 and see what happens. But experiment with hard compression on background vocals. All right, guys, thanks. Bye.